I gotta go get Tiki because nobody wants to watch just me. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, all right, Tiki got on my shoulder and like just chomped on my ear. That's literally what getting an ear piercing feels like. My hair is really ugly right now. It's super greasy. I have some notes here. So this video is going to be people who should not get a pet bird. So different life circumstances, personality traits, stuff like that, that would lead me to believe that you are not a good candidate for a pet bird. Okay, number one, and I feel like this is, okay, so someone's outside our window. Oh my God. Number one, and I feel like this is the most relevant to my followers, so this may resonate with you. If you are a young person, you should probably not get a pet bird. I know that's super hard to hear. And I don't mean if you're like in your 20s and living on your own, you shouldn't get a pet bird, because like that's me. But hi. I know it's scary. If you are under the age of 18, if you're still in high school or younger and you live with your parents, maybe don't get a bird right now. Like even if your parents say yes and you beg them and promise them that you will take care of them and do everything for them and love them and they won't even have to worry about them. A pet bird is not a good pet to have at that time of your life if you are the sole caretaker of them, because they live a really long time. So if you're 15 and you want a budgie, think about in 10 years, you'll be 25, and it's really hard to think about what you'll be doing when you're 25. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The guy walked by again. So, you know, it's hard to think that far ahead when you're only 15. I know. It's even hard for me to think about what I'll be doing 10 years from now when I'm 34. What if you move in with some roommates who don't like birds? What if you fall in love with somebody who hates your bird? Like, what are you going to do? Like, where's your loyalty? Is it to the bird, or would you favor the comfort of others ahead of your pet? What if you move away for college and you can't bring a bird with you? What if you want to study abroad? What if you move to a state where your bird is illegal? Where's your bird gonna go? So an exception to the young person should not get a bird thing is if your family's on board. If this is going to be a family pet, your family's going to socialize with the bird, so your bird loves your family just as much as you. So if you do go away to college, if you do study abroad, your bird isn't being left behind with someone that they're not comfortable with and people who didn't even want this animal in the first place. Your bird is being left behind with its family that it loves a lot. So if you're young, maybe don't get a bird right now. That doesn't mean that you'll never be able to have a pet bird, but just wait until you're in a more stable spot in your life. Second type of person who should not get a pet bird is spontaneous people. People who are going on frequent vacations, spur of the moment. People who make big life decisions all of a sudden without having time to prepare. Birds thrive off of consistency, and that doesn't mean that you can never make changes in your life, because a bird lives a really long time. It's unrealistic to think that your life is just going to remain the same for decades. However, each time that you make a big change, you're just adding more stress to your bird. It might cause behavioral issues. It could just make them uncomfortable, and it's hard on your bird. I got my bird when I still lived at home with my parents. I moved out with Tiki, and you know, that's a big life change for her, but she adjusted. I mean, I'll probably in the future move again with her because I expect her to be around that long. I will probably move to a new home with her, maybe 2 more homes with her or more, who knows. I'll probably get other pets while she's around. I'll probably I'll get a job. There's going to be changes to our routine. I'll most likely have children while I have her. And those are all big changes that add up, but they're happening like one at a time across years and years. Whereas if you're somebody who's like moving every couple months, you're moving out of state, you're always changing up your routine, getting new jobs, you're going on lots of vacations and leaving your bird with pet sitter, whatever. That's going to be a lot on your bird and could make them quite unhappy. Next person who should not get a bird. If you have any plans to move out of state, like if you're the type of person who knows that someday it's a possibility that you could move out of state, don't do it. Dependent on the species of bird that you get. Quakers are illegal in a few states because they are an invasive species. Yeah, if you have any idea that you could move somewhere where your bird is illegal, maybe think about not getting one. Next, if you are a person who enjoys peace and quiet, don't get a pet bird because they're so loud and there's no getting around that. Also, if you enjoy spending time with just you and yourself and no one else, because your bird is going to have a really big personality and you can't just come home from work and have peace and quiet to you and yourself and no one else, because your bird is going to want all of your attention to their self. If you enjoy your quiet home life, a bird is going to mess that up extremely. Next, if you enjoy having a consistently clean home, then you probably should not get a pet bird. Stop, I'm not even doing anything to you. Maybe it's the red lipstick. Do you think she doesn't like it? Maybe that's what it is. Okay, birds make a lot of messes. They are destructive. They're not dirty, like they're not like smelly animals, but they do make a big mess because they just will drop everything wherever they want. They don't care about anything. So there's a lot of cleaning that you have to do. And if you don't like consistently cleaning, then you're just gonna have to deal with the mess. And also that's unsanitary. Don't just do that. Keep in mind, if you like your clean space, it's going to be really hard to achieve that cleanliness that you're used to with a bird. If you work long hours, you should not get a bird. Birds need social interaction. So like, I guess if you had two or more birds, like you had a whole flock, it'd be a little different. If you don't have like at least a solid few hours every day to give your bird devoted attention, a bird probably isn't right for you because they're very social animals. They do need interaction from their owners. The last point that I have is if you have an active social life, you probably shouldn't get a bird. And I don't mean like if you have tons of friends and you go out partying every night, because like birds go to bed at like 8 p.m. So you can go out after that and live your life and they won't even know you're gone. For example, like when I was in college, when I was in grad school, I still had my bird. And I've had to like make decisions like, if somebody asks me, hey, you want to go study in the library today? I would sometimes have to say no because I have to go home and spend time with my bird after being in class all day. So if you're not like prepared to say no sometimes, like to hanging out after school, after work, whatever, it's not like you can't ever go and do things. But if you know your bird's been alone for an extended period of time, you know, sometimes you just have to say no. I think that is all I have for now. I'm sure I could think of other types of people and life circumstances where a bird just would not fit with you. I hope that gives you some insight on pet birds, what it's like having one, and helps you make the decision if you should even have one in the first place, if you are considering getting one. I know a lot of people who watch my content over on TikTok want a bird because of my bird. But you know, it's a lot of work. It's like having a toddler around constantly. I will definitely have to take this red lipstick off because I think that's the reason she hates me right now. Yeah, just be very thoughtful and intentional about getting a pet bird. Don't rush into it, or do your research. Okay, sorry about that. It's her fault. Yeah, so if this video was helpful, if you enjoyed listening to me talk, give it a like, comment. I know I don't post a lot, but I really want to start. I don't know what else to say. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and find me all over the internet in the description down below. Bye.